History isn't just the story of bad people doing bad things. It's quite as much a story of people trying to do good things, but somehow something goes wrong. It is said by C.S. Lewis. There are certain events which take place in humanity's history, which shapes it and alter it in most profound way. Discoveries in science, the unveiling of new technologies, immense tragedies, loss of life, and changes in nature all have an impact on human life. In this video, we are going to discuss some of the events which change the human life entirely. So you are watching Know the Fact, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then do subscribe so that we can reach our aim of 1000 subscribers as soon as possible. Now let's begin. So the first event is the Industrial Revolution. Around 1760, England began to undergo an industrial revolution, and other countries soon followed in their footsteps. People were looking to move away from an agriculture-based existence and feudalism as a system of government. These periods saw the destruction of how land, economic power, and labor were distributed. A middle class was created, which led to the desire for more goods and services, including public transport and access to healthcare. This turning point essentially led to the creation of modern society. So the second event in our list is the creation of internet, by virtue of which you are seeing this video. The first World Wide Web, that is WWW, became publicly available on August 6, 1991, and today more than 2.5 billion people uses the internet daily. The internet has changed how people buy, sell, work and learn and even form relationships. So the third event in our list is progress in medical science. For most of history, humans have had little resources when it comes to illness. Only in recent years, we have been able to fight infections, virus, and many diseases. Modern medicine actually has gradual origin. Early doctors would hire people to dig up fresh graves so they could do experiment and conduct research on real human bodies. Also, many illegal and immoral experiments were performed by doctors in time of war, which have produced medical research that has gone on to save thousands. So the fourth event is the Gutenberg printing press. Considered by some to the most important invention ever, the printing press was invented by Johannes Gutenberg in the mid-15th century. Books at that time were handmade and expensive. Monks and academics were in charge of book creation, so most reading material was typically religious text or official documents. The printing press made literature, political pamphlets, and other information readily available and affordable for the masses. So the next event is the Cold War. During World War II, the Soviet Union and the United States found together as allies against Axis power. After the war, the relationship between nations became tense. The Allied powers couldn't agree on political policies, and US eventually started enacting a containment plan for communalism. This laid the foundation for what became the Cold War, resulting in an arms race between the USSR and USA. Each side created a nuclear arsenal strong enough to destroy the whole world. The Berlin Wall was famously constructed, which literally divided families. The relationship between the US and Russia is still delicate to this day. So the next event is flight or the aviation industry. Traveling long distances for more people involved laborious time consuming trips via boats, trains, automobiles or walking. Thanks to the two brothers, on December 17, 1903, the world marveled as the first human took to the sky. Development of more reliable planes followed shortly after. This invention has struck in the world and made it possible for people and businesses to expand to all the corners of the earth. So the next event is the stock market crash and the Great Depression. The great stock market crash in 1928 did not solely impact America but also strained the global economy. After the infamous Black Tuesday stock market crash, the world was plunged into depression known as the Great Depression. That lasted some 10 years, and it was the longest lasting economic downturn that the Western world had ever experienced. Thanks to this event, much needed regulations were passed to control how stocks and bonds were traded. So the next and most important event is the women's suffrage in New Zealand. Women's rights gained a foothold in the world thanks to the New Zealand. paving the way as the first country to give women the right to vote on September 19, 1893. The royal assent was made by Governor Lord Galsborough, and women had their first involvement with the election process on November 28, 1893. Thanks to New Zealand's decision, the US and Great Britain soon granted women the right to vote. So this is all for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed and gained lots of information. We can't discuss all those events in just a one video. We'll definitely try to make playlist over this all events. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, do subscribe to our channel, and also the links of our social media platforms are given in the description. Do check them out once. Thanks for watching.